Hey there, I'm John, and today I'm going to be showing you how we restring guitars here at the Guitar Repairers. In this case, it's Alan's Messiah, and we're stringing it with elixirs. Now, the very first thing that will happen with an acoustic guitar is when you put in this guy into here. Let's put some more light on that, shall we? If I put this in here and I push this pin down, watch what happens. It wants to come straight back out again. When you put it down, what you're wanting to do is let that ball run up the side of the pin and jam. So you need to give it a bit of a, just to make sure it's hooked in nice and proper. If you don't do that, you're going to be wandering around the room looking for the lost bridge pin that went flicking off the wall. So, with that in mind, hopefully I won't make a twit of myself. And we're going to put these guys on. And again, notice, on, give it up. You can feel when it's taken. Now, my production cohort here is Rachel Baskerville, who's been doing some amazing work on our marketing, our website particularly. And right now she's behind the camera filming this. Now, as we go on here, you're going to find I do some things that you may find unconventional, maybe a little bit weird, but if I can find the last of my bridge pins, which is and was about, oh dear.
I saw one over here down the front somewhere.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Thanks, Rachel. Now, we're done at this end. Just give this a bit of a brush off. Lay the guitar flat. What you want to do is go around, oh, try this again, and you remember you might need both hands for this. Around once, and you go through the hole. Now, this is where it gets tricky. It's because you're not actually going through or going over the top like that. You're actually going between the two. Pulling it through, I said both hands, just so you can guide the strings. A nice 90-degree bend. And that is that. But now I'm going to show you something interesting. Now, I see a lot of people doing this with their strings when they're stretching them in and trying to make them, because that's going to stretch them in. We have to clarify something. This is the same type of tensile, well, spring metal that are used in bridge spans. They only stretch so much, and they'll always come back to the same place. The place where things get messy is down here. Note, I'm putting these strings on in such a way that they actually hold in place without me having to wind them on.
Okay.
The reason I was telling you about the stretching of the strings is because most of the stretch, or if you want to call it that, let's call it by what it really is, which is slack, is actually here in the machine heads. As you bind the strings around the machine head, you have to get every little bit of slack. And I will show you how, in a moment, to check that you've got it. And if you do, you'll find your guitar will be playing perfectly in tune within a few minutes. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to wind the strings up. Whoop. Almost there. I'll keep my arm out of the way. Alrighty. Now, that's the next thing we're going to do. Now, this, you don't have to do this, but I do this. And I'll explain why. When we're tuning and retuning guitars when we're setting them up, strings tend to get fatigue or metal fatigue around the machine heads, around these tuners. So you will find generally the G string, and no one wants a busted G string. Well, maybe not everyone. Will break every time. If you put a little bit of, in this case I'm just using some of my string goo, which you can buy from the shop for $25 a bottle. It's a lubricant. It's basically inox, and it's a lanolin, and it actually helps lubricate the machine head, but it also stops breakage. And it does one major thing, and this is the reason I do it. It allows these strings to move rather than being stuck, and I'll explain why. Here we go. I'll take this string here, let me give it a good hard bang. That's how much stretch is in that string. If I go again, it'll do the same, but a little bit less. Okay, now, if you really want to take that one step further, you don't have to do this. It's just something I do. I have a pair of old pliers that I've flattened out the ends on. And what I do is this. I get that 90-degree bend around. Watch this. There was still that much slack left in there. Now I can hang off this thing now, and it will not go out of tune. Let's just do the rest really quickly. I'm just going to crimp them around, speed this process up. Now I don't do it on the wound, I very gently on the G string, but I don't do it on the B and E. You don't need to. Okay, with that in mind, I am now going to. How much fun is this, Rachel?
This is very fun.
Now when I cut them off, this is just me. I cut them right off at the nub. I can't stand getting my fingers stung by the end of a string. And you. Yes, you. And you. Okay. Now, I'm going to move that. I'm going to pull in these strings right now. A lot of people are a bit afraid of doing this. You've got to pull them pretty hard to break them. So just be gentle. Go with what feels right. Now, all right, 1 second. Here's me being. Okay, one more stretch through, and I think these guys are well and truly. Very nice indeed.